Hi and welcome to the Malat cookery channel. So today we're making curried beef kebabs. So these kebabs are a little bit different in flavour to normal kebabs because it's curried beef, but it is in a Kofta style kebab, so that's ground beef on a skewer. The spice blend we're going to be using from the Malat range is a curry mix powder. But as I've said in previous videos, please don't feel excluded if you're not a Malat spices customer, because I will be giving an alternative to the spice blend in the ingredients section to the video. So as usual, let's have a look at those ingredients now and anything else we're going to need for today. So the ingredients we're going to need for today's recipe: I've got a kilo of ground beef or minced beef. I'm going to have 2 tablespoons of natural yogurt, 15 grams of Malat curry mix powder. So if you can't get hold of the Malat curry mix powder, the bare minimum you're going to need for this mix: a teaspoon of a decent mild Madras curry powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of onion powder, and half a teaspoon of both coriander and cumin. I've got some fresh mint leaves which I've chopped finely, about 3 of those, and that's just to really add a contrasting colour to the kebabs. The juice and the zest of half a lemon. I'm going to be adding 1 teaspoon of mint sauce to the meat mixture, and then a teaspoon in the remainder of the yogurt to make the mint yogurt sauce. And then we've obviously also got some skewers to make the kebabs with. So our first job then is to add all of the ingredients for the kebabs into a large bowl. And then we just need to make sure that this is really well mixed in. Okay, so that's everything mixed in really well. I'm just going to wash my hands and then I'll show you the next step, which is actually forming the kebabs. So I've just started to shape the kebabs onto the skewers. So I've got a tray here to place them on once they're finished. So the way, I'll show you the old technique that I used to do and the way I do it now. So in both techniques we take almost like a tennis ball size piece of meat, and the old way would be to place the meat towards the top, the pointed end of the skewer, and then with your hand you work the meat around and it starts to create like this sausage shape and move down the skewer. Okay, so the problem with that is you get a gap, because it's horizontal, you get a gap opening up around the actual skewer itself because of the weight of the meat. So a kebab restaurant I was in a couple of weeks ago, they do a very similar technique where they take a tennis ball sized piece of meat, place a skewer through the centre, but they place the meat towards the bottom of the skewer. Similar technique of moulding the meat around the skewer itself, but because they do it vertically, you don't get that gap opening up around the skewer stick. And then once I've got the desired length and shape of the kebab, just pinching the ends just to tighten everything up. That is a much better way of producing this type of kebab. And just carry on until all the meat's used up. Okay, so now all of the kebabs are prepared. The next thing to do is obviously decide how you're going to cook them. So if it was summer, we would definitely be cooking these on a barbecue, but it's the middle of winter and it's quite stormy outside, so I'll be cooking these in the oven. So these are going to go into the centre of a preheated oven, 180 degrees centigrade, for between 25 minutes to half an hour, and I'll be turning them about 3 times during that cooking process. So while the kebabs are cooking, we can make our mint yogurt sauce. So I've got some natural yogurt. To that I'm just going to add a teaspoon of our mint sauce. Mix that in. And that's it. Couldn't be any easier. So that's it, curried beef kebabs, really easy to do, very subtle curry flavour, so suitable for all the family, even those that really don't like spicy food. Of course, if you want to make these kebabs more spicy, just add a little bit of chili powder or fresh chili. Please subscribe to the channel, and as usual, if you've enjoyed this particular video, hit that like button. Thank you very much for watching.